Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons celebrating a big-time win. Seems like a lot of love down there. Kirk Cousins doesn't win that game. Okay, now all of a sudden, they've put themselves in a situation where there's going to be a conversation. You draft Penix that early. Kirk Cousins loses, struggles, doesn't look healthy. You got this guy sitting there. The outside narrative is going to be what it's going to be whenever that happens. Instead, Kirk Cousins walks down the field, gets a massive win, and in the locker room afterwards, Raheem Morris is getting bottles dumped on his head. Kirk is getting a full celebration. Blank, I think, went to hug and kiss Kirk Cousins after the game on the sideline last night. Completely different world today for Kirk Cousins than it was 24 hours ago. Do you agree with that? And how big of a win do you think it was for Kirk?
Yeah, massive win. It keeps, 0-2 is 0-2. It's a huge win because the expectations of kind of what Kirk was going to bring to this football team. Man, the Falcons are good. They got good young talent, but this quarterback or their quarterback has held them back for the past couple years. And to go on the road and play the way that he did, and then the game-winning drive, absolutely enormous. But last night for me is as much about Zach Robinson, who's their offensive coordinator, as much about Bijan Robinson, their young star in the making tailback, as it was about Kirk Cousins. If you go back 1 week, week one, they were the most disappointing team to me when it came to what they did. And the fact that they even put themselves in the opportunity to go down the field. This is a sick little route, D-Butt, with the game winner by Drake London. That one's so cool because, if you guys, do you guys remember second quarter, 14 seconds left? He throws that ball 10 yards out of the back of the end zone over Kyle Pitts' head, and they settle for a field goal. Yes. It's basically the same formation, and what they're doing is they start Drake inside, they motion him outside, but he's still kind of stacked, so Darius has got to sit outside leverage, and D-Buck could tell you when those receivers get into that alignment, more often than not, we want them that alignment for what type of route, D-Butt?
Go inside, skinny post.
I want to run some kind of wide and post. Watch Drake, bang, that left leg right there. You can see Darius is kind of aware of, I got to protect. And once he puts that left leg in the ground, Darius has got really no choice but to bite it. See, that bite inside right there? It's fantastic play call. It's a fantastic design to know Slay is going to be protecting the perceived, weakness of the defense, and that's how he gets wide open. But I'll go back, Zach Robinson, they went back under center. They ran more of their play action. In the first half, it was outside zone weak. It was all outside zone weak. In the second half, it was outside zone strong to the tight end. And so I was really impressed. It's kind of what I expected that offense to be.
Yeah, and speaking of zone and everything like that, I think A.Q. Shipley's big take about the Atlanta Falcons is you have zone offensive linemen that you're trying to make not zone offensive linemen. It's an offensive coordinator system not matching up with who he has in real life. In theory, we get what you're trying to do. You got T.J. Watt one-on-one. Fourth quarter to end the game there because this is what your offense is. But in reality, this is the type of guys that you have because this has been brought in to run a different offense. So them mixing those and matching, egos, pride, everything like that to make it work, get a massive win in Philadelphia. Now, on the flip side, Kellen Moore, this guy, is he ever just going to call what he's supposed to? This guy wants to run up a scoreboard. He did it in Dallas. Mike McCarthy had to call him out for it. Now he's in Philadelphia. They're running all over the place. And then whenever they got to have it, 3rd and 3, there we go again. We got to throw it. Now, if they easy pitch and catch, pick up the first down, game over. Kneel it out. They don't cover. Eagles win. What's your best play, 3rd and 3? Kellen Moore's thinking to get a first down. That's all I care about. We're under 2 minutes. They have no timeouts. This game is over if we get a first down right now. Now, because they didn't pick it up, the Tuesday morning quarterbacks are saying they got 2 downs to pick up 3 yards. That Philadelphia Eagles with Saquon Barkley and offensive line are going to be able to do that regardless. Why are they throwing it at all? Your thoughts on this particular decision? What does this mean for the Eagles? And is Kellen Moore going to be okay over here?
Yeah, I was actually okay with the decision and the play call and the play design. Now, I can see there's an alternative thought process for what they did, but I was totally fine with it. I think the issue that I have goes back to the first half, 4th and goal from the 4-yard line that they went for. And my issue is this, dude. If you just watch that drive that happens and they get 3 out of it, first down, 9-yard run. Second down, they run an RPO. They dump the ball to the tight end second and 1, they take a shot. It's not there. Easy check down. The next 5 plays, they run the football right down the field, right down the field, right down the field. They get the 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. For some reason, they decide to throw the football in that situation. It's when they started Saquon outside. They motioned Saquon in. He was matched by a corner. Everybody on the planet should know that's a zone defense. And they actually call a man-beating pass concept. Atlanta plays zone. They shut down the pass concept. Nowhere to throw the football. I sit there and go, kick the field goal. You just had a good drive. It's 4th and goal from the 4. It's not 4th and goal from the 1. Take the points at home, 3-0. Get a good start to your this one. Now watch. They're going to jam Goddard at the line of scrimmage on 4th down. And because of the way that the rush comes, Jalen's got to leave to his right. There's nowhere to throw the football. You take points off the board. In my opinion, that was the much more egregious decision.
Agreed.
Now, to the 3rd down that they throw the ball to Saquon and drops it. I'm okay with it. The alternative perspective is something that I learned from Peyton and I stole from Peyton kind of philosophically. In this situation, and I saw Mike Lombardi tweeted this out, and I agree with it.
Oh, you follow him?
Really,
Did you like the post? Did you like the post?
I did. I hearted it.
Did he keep the tweet up? Okay, all right. Too soon. He
said you're not playing the Falcons, you're playing the clock. I agree with that. So what I learned from Peyton was in that situation, there's a $1:40 or so on the clock. It's 3rd down. You really want to force them to use their timeout while also trying to gather a 1st down and making sure the one thing you can't do, stop the clock. So what Peyton would do is you go into 3rd down in your huddle in that situation and you say, hey, guys, this is our play. And it's a run play. You're not calling a pass play. This is the run play, okay? Immediately after this play, if we do not pick up a 1st down, we're all going to sprint to the line of scrimmage. And you're going to hear me say, run the same play or Xerox, something that is a code word, but it's a dummy. We are not snapping the football at all.
Okay.
You're trying to put pressure on the defense. We're going to run the same exact play. You're trying to sell to the defense. Same exact play. And you're really just trying to draw them off sides. Seeing if you can get them to quickly jump off sides. Then, if that's the case, 1st down, game over. If they don't jump off sides and you're trying to, again, multiple different ways, this is a set package. You might have shift, a motion. You're trying to get them to jump off sides. If they don't, you've bled the clock all the way down. You tell your team, we're not snapping the football. The only thing we do is touch. The offensive lineman will touch the corresponding guy jumps off sides. You never snap the ball. If they don't, we bleed the clock another 40 seconds, and we take a delay of game, and we kick the field goal. And then there's 50 seconds left with no timeouts.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to handle that. And the more we go through them all, and you're talking about that one, running up a hurry up, and maybe they, do jump off sides because they're so excited and zeked up. Mm-hmm. But then you could also run the play you ran with Saquon there, because that is a sell of a run,
sure.
Which Atlanta bought.
Have to.
Atlanta bought that on that 3rd and 3. Maybe you save that for 4th down. Maybe you save that particular one for 4th down, and then just understand, that up 3 is just as good as up 6, seemingly, in your head if worse comes to worst in it all. Nonetheless, this ball's caught its 1st down. Saquon knows that. Yeah. Philadelphia knows that. But since it's not, now we got to question everything.
That's right.
And since Kirk Cousins goes and does what Kirk Cousins does, seemingly as of late on primetime, there were some stats that just got tweeted out about Kirk in primetime and how it was a conversation. Now, his stats never matched what the records were in those primetime games, but he was god off 2 and 10 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In primetime games. Now he's 6 out of the last 8. Kirk Cousins has come alive. And I think if you were to ask Kirk Cousins' team, not Kirk, because Kirk is too incredibly humble to say that, but his team, his agents and stuff, they'd be like, Kirk always plays good. Kirk actually plays his best football in primetime. Just his teams have never seemingly showed up. Do we think the Atlanta Falcons are a good team this year after a big-time win yesterday? You think their team?
Oh,
yeah?
I do, absolutely. I've legit said that I think they're very real in the NFC when it comes to being contenders to go to the Super Bowl. But that's the team I saw last night, Pat. What I watched in week 1 was gross. Philosophically, was scheme. It was
defense.
Pistol and shotgun, no play action. I always believed, 1, really good play action passing quarterback. 2, I think it's a really good, to AQ's point, really good offensive line when it comes to that zone scheme. And then 3, they've got the pieces that should excel in this offense. I feel all offseason I've said, hey, Drake London is going to be a breakout star. Bijan Robinson is going to play like Todd Gurley in this offense that he did for the Rams when Sean McVay got there. I've always thought that defense, now that they've added Bates in 1 year and Simmons in the next year, Terrell is awesome. So, I think that they're a very, very good football team if they play style-wise what they were last night. And I would think moving forward they will.
Go ahead, AJ.
Dan, what about this Eagles defense? That last drive, Kirk just made it look too easy. You played quarterback for a long time. Like, what should do? I guess what gives you problems as a quarterback in a situation like that? Like, what would you have done if you were a D coordinator right then?
Yeah, I think the number one thing that gives quarterbacks problems in those 2-minute situations, if you don't allow us to throw the ball kind of where we need to. I mean, they start on first down with a $140, and Kirk gets a completion into the middle of the field. That's easy for us in that moment. The next 3 plays, he gets completions to the sidelines. I mean, that's exactly where I want to throw the football. I want to get a chunk. I want to get out of bounds. And they seemingly just allowed that. Now, that tackle was made in bounds, but that's because Mooney's fighting for extra yards. But the fact that, you're allowing me just to get the ball to the perimeter of your defense and stopping the clock, that's the biggest problem. I mean, again, tying all of this together.
The hell is Vic Fangio doing?
Yeah, I mean, dude.
The hell's Vic Fangio?
Seen this before.
That explosive. I mean, once again, you're only going to get so many calls for that rookie cornerback, and this is for all cornerback. You got to play that high to low. We had Chuck Pagano on the stream with Dutch Danger, China 7. Or low 7, you give up or check down 7. You got the back at the line of scrimmage, and you got a 7 route that's 22 yards behind you.
7 round.
Trying to 7. All right. So you play the 7, you make them throw the check down, you rally down and tackle. Even if they get out of bounds, they pick up 6 yards, and then you line up. You can't give up a 26, 28, whatever it was, yard completion and get
and
up.
D-Bud, I would say this too. I mean, I'm on the right hash, and that receiver Mooney is by himself.
Yeah.
Put 2 and 2 together. I know he's a Quinyon young player. He had some really nice plays last night. I'm getting in that formation, 1, because of time efficiency. I started in trips, yes. But 2, I have that guy cut down for a very specific reason. I'm trying to gain leverage.
Kirk doesn't look anywhere
leave
else.
myself all that space to the sideline.
Kirk didn't look anywhere else either. I'm just now realizing that. I mean, these are all on first downs too. So this is one play after another. There isn't like a good play mixed in here that we've edited out. No. It is like for the Philadelphia Eagles, it was just like bing, bang, boom, like they rehearsed it, like it was a script. Literally, like it was a script. Hey, this is what the defense is going to show. This is what we're going to do. Whoa. This is 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and put our maybe.
You saying there's a script last night?
Jason Kelsey in Philadelphia night. I don't think the script will go towards Kirk Cousins.
I mean, nobody gets better as a city when they're pissed off than Philadelphia.